There's some more metal pieces here. Bed spring, is that what that is?
Yeah.
Oh!
There.
Oh!
Oh! Oh!
Oh, look at this, guys! Good morning, guys. Just packing up. It is another crusty, cold morning out there. Stan and I have decided to go for another bushwalk. We want to do some exploring in a place where we found old homesteads turn of the century before. We're looking for old roads. Same thing as the other day. We'll bring the camera for wildlife. Gage needs a walk anyway. Let's go do this. You gotta leave your ball here, buddy. Leave your ball. Good boy. La Spear. How old is that?
That's 300-400 years old. Whatever.
It's pretty heavy, eh?
Ancient trade goods. You can see where it was hammered out of one piece of steel. See, you would have opened that up, right?
Yeah.
And the point was all made out of one piece of steel, hand forged.
So that's a fishing spear.
Fishing, seals.
That's pretty heavy duty for fishing, man.
I know, which brings me to seals. Seals or whales? I mean...
Enemies? I don't know.
No. I looked up pike. I looked up French and English pikes. They are not of this design. They have a, you know, the pike that they carried. This is a spear. Although most of the ones in the pictures show multiple barbs.
Yeah.
This is a single, meant for a kill of a big animal, I believe. Like, it's not.
Okay.
It's not fishing. It's not fishing.
Oh, not fishing. Okay.
Fishing would have forks. You know, like even in cavemen made 3-prong fishing forks. They didn't make. This is meant to kill
dinosaurs.
Something. I mean.
So today we've got one old homestead that we're going in search of. Turn of the century, Stan, or a little after?
Post the turn of the century.
So we're actually walking a power line right now. And in the 1920s, when the first highway was put up over here ahead of us, about 1.5 miles, there's sand pits all in here. And that's why they put these trails in here. They were using those sand pits when they developed the first highway. So Stan's pointing at one right here behind me. You can see there's a pit right there. 1920s. We should come back and detect those because there could be coins. Like, they did everything by hand, right? They weren't using machinery. They were digging the pits out by hand. Everything was all manual labor. So there could be lots of history right here in these pits. There's a road right there going up into the bush. Dan says he never noticed that one before.
Yeah, I never noticed that one.
It's a good time of year to come out. You never know what you're going to see. When there's no leaves on, you can see a lot more. It's got to lead to a homestead or something.
Or another pit.
Or a pit, yeah. We just saw something we want to check out here off the trail. Luckily, the crust is pretty good. We can get in here. Looked like a little fence post and a stone pile. Maybe. Maybe not, the closer I get. These are the things you look for to see if there was a homestead in the clearing here, but that is just a broken off tree. And that just looked like natural stone piled there. Maybe. I didn't mention it in the last video, but according to my pedometer, Stan, we went 5 miles the other day.
Perfect.
I know that's not your usual 12, but I thought it was pretty good.
No, it was good. That's good. That's good.
I mentioned the pedometer on my wrist to Stan, and I said that's how I know how far we went. And he said that's a good point, that in some of the research we do, these guys that were doing the Voyager routes, whenever they had to get out and walk the canoes, they counted the paces, and that's how they recorded it. 1,360 paces for this portage, you know, 1,200 paces for this portage. We could verify that. This old road here is from 1934, Stan said. All right, I gotta take a layer off. It's probably only -2, -3 degrees Celsius, so once you get hiking here, it's pretty warm. So all these old roads here, late 1920s to 1930s. And we're just looking for stone walls or anything. I mean, there could be even older homesteads in here, but usually the ones built in the 20s and 30s would be built on the same site, right? So if we can find those, then we can find the older ones, because there's not much left of those. Moose tracks right there. Pretty fresh. Partridge tracks, deer tracks, rabbit tracks, lots of stuff back here. Oh, there's the partridge track right there.
That's fresh, Gary. Fairly fresh. Yesterday.
Oh yeah.
Sun didn't melt the sparkles. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Broke through right there.
Buddy. I know where he is. He's in the next valley. You might see him.
Well, the camera's ready. Bring it on. This partridge, that almost looks half the size of that moose from the size of that track there. That's a turkey.
Lost little valley.
Oh, nice marsh here.
Warm? No, but it melted into the snow.
Fresh moose poop. Stan's having a blast.
Maybe. They're all through here, Gary. Look at the moose prints.
Yeah.
Yeah, gauge.
You're not interested to figure out what that moose was eating, Stan? If you just take one turd and roll it around in your mouth, you could probably tell.
Big basketball.
Look at the size of this poplar that the beaver took down. You can see where he was gnawing on the bottom there. And then they were eating the bark here on this end. And he got 2 trees in one, because the poplar knocked down the spruce here. And it looks like he took a bunch of this off of here too. Oh, they're taking down all the poplars in the area. The beavers must have a big lodge out here somewhere in the... Oh, there it is. There's the lodge right there.
These will all be full shortly.
Is there any trout in these ponds? Stan was pretty quick on the no there. I think I'm gonna have to come back and throw a line in here just to...
Look at this beaver rag here.
We're just trying to keep the dogs off the ponds. They're not that deep, but this time of year, yeah, I don't really want to have to crawl out there and drag the dog out if he goes through. Oh, Gage was growling.
I have seen so many moose back here over the years.
Well, that's exactly what I was wondering, if he saw a moose.
The moose would be gone.
Oh, I see a clearing. Is that it right there? We're almost there, guys. We're a couple miles in here.
Turn around and go back. I think he heard us coming. That's what Gage saw.
Could be. Fresh tracks right there.
That's fresh. Like that's still wet in the bottom. It's not even frozen.
Yeah, you can see where they sprayed up there.
That's what Gage saw when we were there.
So this clearing right here is the old homestead?
This is the old homestead. Come on. Let's see some good stuff here, buddy. There's one thing was added by some hunter about 10 years ago.
You figure this is 1930s?
Oh,
20s, 1920s. This is a fantastic spot, guys. It's pretty hard to get to because of this time of year. I mean, we just hiked straight in here, right? Like an hour's hike. But if you were to come in the spring, you'd be over your knees in mud and whatever else. But I think this is worth coming back if it's 20s and there's a bottle dump over here, like Stan says.
See the chimney stack?
Oh, chimney stack over here. Let's go take a look. Ah, here we go. Look at this. Here's the foundation hole. And there's the old chimney right there. That's cool, man.
There's a bigger hole behind it.
Oh yeah, there's another foundation hole. Oh yeah, some farm equipment over here. So you think this is house?
This was the house and this was where the other house was.
Well, that's a pretty big, that's like a double-decker pooper right there, Stan.
There's even old cars here, but they've totally rusted away. Cars from
Okay, well we got to come back here for sure. There's some more metal pieces here. Bed spring, is that what that is?
Yeah.
Oh!
There.
Oh!
Oh! Oh!
Oh, look at this, guys! Dude, you were holding out on me.
Yeah, it was.
This is really cool. We are 100%. I was coming back before there was an actual stone building. We're coming back for sure now, Stan.
Like we were talking about.
He tells me he's never detected here, so I said, well, yeah, then for sure. This has got to be #1 on our list, man.
It's a goodie. There's more. There's more.
Hang on, let me take a look in here. I just find this cool. Oh, they actually had some cement mixed up here.
No, concrete's been around a long time. They
yeah.
They patched it at some point, I think, to put in a door. It had a door. It was official. It had a roof.
How many little coins and hidden treasures did they hide in the walls? Hey, Gage?
I've never really looked to see what the house is. I've never detected here. I just walked around and go, oh wow, this is cool.
This would be some kind of work shed, I guess. There is remnants of an old stove in there, but it's not big enough to be, unless it was the granny suite. I don't know.
One bed would fill it.
Yeah, one bed would be. Well, there is a double frame over there I pointed out. I don't know if you guys could see that when we were walking up here with the old springs. 1920s. Not easy to get to. Never been detected. We're coming back. Some more. Oh, that's a bed frame too. So there's 2 bed frames. One here on the ground. One right there.
This was the yard. I mean, there's going to be hunter stuff, but there's going to be old stuff. And the bottle dump, I know where it is. This is a little driveway here in the garden area.
So this is the old road. This is where they would get into the property. And we got some stone walls here. There's a big property, Stan. Look, what is this? Look at this flat area.
That's what I'm saying. May have been a garden.
That's prime detecting right there, man.
Primo.
And there's no snow on it. You coming back tomorrow?
Sure, if we get it.
I think the ground's still frozen, guys. Wishful thinking, but soon.
There was 2 old 1920 20s, 30s cars here that are totally rusted away. Look, what do you got sticking out of the ground here? Old leather, harness, brass, sticking out of the ground. Look. Look.
I think it's got a letter R. Definitely an engraved something there. The rock wall goes from here all the way down to Stan. So they had an extensive yard here. And then we walked through another 60, 70 yards of opening on that side of the trees. And the bottle dump apparently is way over there, 80 yards. So Stan's just off in there looking. He said there used to be some old cars that were rusted away to nothing. Kind of like that Model T Ford that we found where there was just a drive shaft, you know, and one tire rim, kind of like that. So he's seeing if he can find those. I'm just making my way back along the edge of the ponds here. It's just easier. You know, we talked about coming out here and exploring like this is just like that movie Into the Wild. And you can find the greatest places to detect, or the greatest treasures, you know, sword clips and gun barrels and everything else. But if you don't have other folks with you there to enjoy it, you know, it doesn't mean a whole lot. So that's why we're working together again this year. We just enjoy the history and the finds too much to go out and do it on our own. What'd you find?
I don't know. Metal sticking out of the ground. What is it? I have no clue.
Piece of farming.
Handle for something. There's
farming something. That'll be frozen, yeah. Oh, there's an old bucket right there.
And the bottle dump was over there, just to the left of that. At the bottom of the slope over there.
So the bottle dump is still covered under a foot of snow, so we'll have to leave that for today. Can't check that out, but soon. Oh, right here, Stan. There's a bottle right here.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, it's frozen, but there's one right there. I told Stan I wasn't going to go as far today, and here we are coming up on the 3rd hour, and my pedometer just gave the 5-mile warning mark. So we did pretty good. We probably got another half mile back to the vehicle. So thanks for joining us, guys. We will catch you in the next adventure. Stay tuned and ready to go back and hit that one. I'm excited to hit that 1920s Homestead this spring coming up. Oh, Gage loves his Stan. He loves eating Stan's mitts, I should say.